All right, season 2, episode 23. I wanna get straight into the finals.
It's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's what we're doing?
yeah. Because that's just the most exciting topic to me. When I tell all my friends all the time, like to me, this is the most exciting championship since the Raptors won.
Really?
For me,
Oh,
yeah. Because to me, it's a big deal that there was someone from the GTA who came and was the best player and won all these awards.
It is the best player
Yeah.
on the planet.
Yeah, and like someone who did it so like dominant, like like only Michael Jordan, Kobe, and was it Kareem or Shaq? It was Shaq.
Shaq.
It was Shaq.
Well, I
There was
know
only
Shaq,
3 other
Mike,
people
Kareem,
who
and
had.
Shea. Yeah.
I don't think Kobe did it.
No, he didn't do it. He didn't win
Yeah.
MVP
Oh.
in the same
No.
season
And-
and Finals MVP. He didn't do that.
Oh,
And
you're right.
scoring
You're
champ.
right. You're right.
That's what it was. It's
You're
a
right.
scoring title that. that was
Yeah,
it.
that's a hard thing to do all those things.
I mean, no.
It's a very-
any one of those things is a pretty hard thing.
I'm
to
sorry.
do.
I gotta go back real quick. You think he's the best player on the planet right now?
Yeah, I do.
Hell yeah.
I do.
I need to. What? How? Why? What?
Why?
What about the other ones that are still around?
Who? Jokic and Joker and all those guys.
Oh, so you're just dismissing the.
I'm not
Stephs
dismissing,
And
I'm
LeBrons
saying-
and the other ones.
LeBron? No.
Are you a
LeBron's not
LeBron
in-
hater? Let's start here.
No.
Okay.
I appreciate LeBron.
Okay.
I don't think you can be a basketball player and not appreciate LeBron.
I agree.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
okay.
I just there's things that I don't like, but I'm not. I'm better yet. I would say I don't like his fans more than I like
Than
LeBron.
him?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't think it's anything
That's
to do with
fair.
LeBron.
The LeBron sexuals.
Those people specifically. Yes,
And those people.
yes, those people. But no, in my opinion, I do think he's the best because he won,
Okay.
and winning's the point of the sport. I think we forget that.
Everyone has moments though. Right now, it's Shea's moment. They had their moments.
Yeah, he won. That's
You know
why
what I
it's his
mean?
moment. So you're the best. You're
So
the best
right
player
now,
on the
he's
best
just-
team
for
in the
this
world.
year.
Yeah, until someone
Gotcha.
beats him, I think
That's
that's
a
the key.
fair. That's a fair
Yeah, man. He's the
perspective.
best.
Like I understand where you're coming from.
What's the point of playing or doing anything? Like a
wanna
sport.
win.
You want to
Yeah,
win.
you
That's
wanna
the point of the
Yeah.
sport, right?
Yeah. and you
So
won.
stats support that. Awards support that.
Yeah.
But the point of the sport is to win.
So
he's
if
done that.
he had lost, right? Would he still be the best player on the
He'd
team?
be in the conversation, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't be as definitive as
Facts.
as
Okay.
people can say now. If anyone says Shea's best player in the world, you can make arguments against him. You can say he's a foul baiter and all that stuff. You can say whatever you
I
want.
don't agree with that.
I don't think so. I think it's
That's
nonsense.
bullshit.
But at the end of the day, he won.
Yeah.
And regardless of what anyone says, that's the trump card. Like he won, and he won everything that you can win in one season.
year, yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Kyrie was actually talking about that foul baiting thing. He's like, Shea's just playing the game. If you're a basketball player, you understand he's actually just manipulating the game
Oh, man.
to his skills and how he does things.
I could tell you someone who I wasn't very good at drawing fouls. That's a skill. Like it's not easy to get someone else to
agree.
think that you're doing
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
and you're not, and get them off balance where they jump into your body. Like drawing fouls is hard. Now the NBA is a bit like some of the fouls are a bit fugazi. I can't lie. Like they're not all real fouls. But at the end of the day, getting the referee to give you a whistle often is still a skill.
I used to think that. I used to think about James Harden like that. I was very critical of like how he gets foul calls, and like a lot of his points were the free throw. And I think it was, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Tony or Cap that kind of broke it down to me. Very similar of like, bro, for you to actually do certain moves, to have somebody foul you,
That's right.
is already
And-
a struggle enough for a lot of players. in
And
the NBA.
exactly. And
The
to
problem is
draw.
it's boring. That's the problem. It
I
doesn't.
think so.
For
it
the
doesn't-
casual fan.
it's not entertaining, and I think it holds the game back from an entertainment perspective. For
But
sure.
basketball isn't just about entertainment. It's
You're right. You're right. But I think like when I see a lot of rule changes based on Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, James Harden, with the whole wraparound and stuff, like it's because you guys the game is becoming. That's a factor for them. They have to change the rules sometimes because you're ruining the game. We're pausing more because you guys are manipulating the rules a little bit. There's skill. I'm not going to take away the skill from it. But again,
Well, then
sometimes
call less fouls, and that's the keep the game in flow without like that's how it is in Europe. They're not giving you the same free throws when someone personally I just hate when I see someone go to the rim and they say hey. And the ref,
Yeah.
and they get a foul. Like,
a lot of people get flopping warnings for that.
what is that? Hey, know, like I don't. That part
I see
don't
that a
get.
lot. I
Yeah,
see that a lot
yeah,
in leagues and
yeah.
stuff.
And there's
yeah.
one player in the finals that he played in Toronto. He used to do it a lot. That
Yeah.
I hated. I hated that.
I know what it is.
Other than that, I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
Like
I know exactly who that is.
sorry, yeah, I'm fine with
We're
it.
not gonna
Other-
name drop.
yeah, no. Other than that, though, I'm cool with it. It's just like I don't. That to me is nonsense. Like the actual drying.
That's so funny.
It's true though.
People do it a lot. You get flopping warnings for
Bro,
it.
but James Harden is going in a direct line to the rim. 9 times out of 10, it's probably a foul, you know. And same thing with Shea. Like, if you're going direct line to the rim and there's physical contact, it's probably a foul.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can't blame him for playing the game the way that, you know, the refs are going to call it. The NBA is designed for, like you said, entertainment. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Like, talk to me about the Pacers. Like, to me, when I see Game 7, I was like a big OKC fan. I'm rooting for him as like Shea and Lou Dort, you know what I mean? And just the team in general. I think they're just like admirable for fans to like enjoy watching. Their young team, you know? They got charisma. But then I see Halliburton was the best player on the court before he went down. Like, he was hitting these threes.
Game 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he looked like the best player on the court. And like,
Hey, yeah, he started the game well.
when I see that, to me, it's a permanent stain.
On?
The game. Like, it was like that Game 7. Like,
Yeah.
it's always going to be a what if Halliburton
Yeah,
was healthy.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
There's
Like,
a definite what if.
What,
there.
like, what would you say about like that whole injury? Like, did it stain the game? Did it stain the series?
I mean, when it happened, I knew right away what it was, first and foremost. I've torn my own Achilles, so I know what that's like. But he risked it.
What's the pain out of 10? When you
It didn't hurt.
Oh, okay.
It's just honestly, it was just after you get up off the ground and you limp off, you just think about all the things that you're not going to be able to do. You know? And then you get a bunch of text messages and messages for like a week, 2 weeks, and then all that starts to stop. And then you got to have surgery. Well, he probably had it the next day.
Yeah, he had to quit.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then you just got to go through the rehab, which is a tough process, very tough process. So not really, it didn't hurt for me. Maybe other guys it does, but I mean, he had a calf strain. Calf strain is a small tear in your calf. So he was risking it right away. And as soon as he tried to explode off that foot, Achilles gone.
That's what happened with KD, no? In 2019.
Of course.
He had a calf strain too, and he risked it.
He risked it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7 players this year tore their Achilles in the NBA.
Because of that?
No, just in general. Just like the load on your body is hard. It's hard. But it did, to answer your question, it definitely put a damper on the game because you want to see, like, Game 7's about, you know, 2 teams that have won 3 games each, and you want to see them go head to head for the final game.
Yeah.
Without their best player. Like, I still think OKC wins, but I just wanted them on the floor.
I think Pacers would be in the lead for a lot of the second and third quarter.
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna lie.
Anyone could say that. We could say, you know what I mean? There is no way to actually determine that. You know what I mean?
Of course.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But
It's
just
just-
like
it's
based
just-
on the play, it looked like
Well, he started the game well. He
Yeah.
hit 3 threes. He's at
they
9
looked very
points.
aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, OKC was calling timeouts, and then as soon as he went down, it changed everything. Like they kept Siakam out the game for I don't even know how long. Like he didn't play most of the third, if not fourth. Like that was terrible. But I think Rick Carlisle, I think he was mentally out of it too. Like he just lost his best player and not.
Yeah, it's demotivating.
and
You
not-
never hear that in Game 7.
No.
Your
I
best
think
player.
He's the best player because I had a conversation. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, with Anthony, and I was saying throughout the playoffs, I felt like Halliburton was there, but Siakam was that guy for them with his experience and everything he did in Toronto. He wasn't the main guy in Toronto, but his experience, I think, helped him a lot in this run of playoffs.
Well, you got to look at the makeup of their team. I think Indiana was a poor man's OKC. So
Okay.
Shea is
That's a good
better
comparison.
than
Halliburton?
Halliburton,
Right. Yeah.
Neesmith is good, but I would probably take Dort over Neesmith because they're both defensive players.
Dort's a dog.
But
The
on
amount of
defensive
times
end,
he was poking the
Neesmith's
ball.
better offensively,
Offensively,
but
right.
Lou Dort's better defensively. And then you have Caruso, then you have Wiggins,
Would
then
Caruso be their TJ?
sure. Like I'm just saying, like if you look at the players on that roster and
Right.
then the Pacers roster, most of the players on OKC, people will be like, yeah, he's a bit better. Like you need a mobile big who can shoot threes. Chet and
Turner played pretty good.
right? So you have both those guys. Then you got a guy like Nemhard. Like Nemhard is really, really good. He came out like I think the whole world knows how good Andrew Nemhard is now,
he
right?
put the world on notice.
Like you got a lot of guys that are good, and the reason why I can't say Halliburton isn't the guy because on the Pacers, just like OKC, it could be anyone's night. You know,
Fair.
Shea is just a cut above. So most nights it's his night. But on the Pacers, it could be McConnell's, it could be Siakam's, it could be Halliburton. But if you look at when Halliburton gets to 20 and 10, that team's damn near unbeatable, man. So for me, when I look, like, he's the head of the snake as your point guard. He's going to initiate your offense. He sets the tone for that team. He gets them going in transition. If you look at their transition numbers, how good they've been the last 2 years.
Yeah, they play really quick.
Halliburton is a big part of that. So for me, when I look at how a player, like how good someone is, it's how well do you affect winning. Like it's not so much about statistics. It's like the Pacers are good. Like they started the season off terribly, and then when Halliburton and the rest of the group, I guess, decided to change things, they became very, very, very good. And he affects winning. Shea affects winning. Andrew Nembhard affects. You know what I mean? So if you can do that, then I'll say, like, yeah, they're those players are really
I like
good.
that. You got to look at players of how they affect winning, not just stats.
100%.
And I feel like in here, I don't want to say just North America. I feel like this new age, it's stats is so much more watch. Like I genuinely, and I'm bigger soccer fan.
Me too.
And when you're talking things like this, I'm like, yo, this is how I look at
football.
Soccer,
Yeah,
football.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
exactly how I look at football.
Yeah.
Of like a lot of people look at the skills of boring when it's like, yo, the tacticals of the game are very important for a reason, and that's what winning is. That's what wins you. If you look at the greats, they've all had those tactics. Or similar.
All won.
Right? So when you're saying what affects the game, I genuinely think that's what's more important than us watching with stats. A lot of people watch with stats.
Well, look at like 2003 when basketball, like even 2003 was when LeBron came into the NBA.
Okay.
Look how hard it was to get a triple double when they played.
Yeah, now it's normal
in the 90s and maybe 100.
They normalized it at least.
And now a triple double.
Yeah, people averaging a whole season with triple double.
You know what I mean? It's like it's a whole lot easier to do that. The game plays faster. I don't think it's necessary just because the players are so much more athletic. Like, Dominique Wilkins and Len Bias, those guys were freak athletes. So you can't tell me it's just about skill and athleticism because those players, they don't have the training that all these players have today, and yet there's way more injuries today than there was back then.
That's true. There's more possessions.
The game was a lot more physical back then. I don't care what no one says. It was.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And they don't have the medical care. Like Jordan played 3 seasons for I don't know what years, but he missed 6 games in 3 years playing in Jordans. You ever play basketball in Jordans? I'd break my foot if I played basketball in Jordans, bro.
Never wear Jordans.
I would never play basketball to wear Jordans. So like for Jordan just to run up and down the floor, the type of energy that requires, and like again, the baseline is to win. Everything he was doing, scoring, was to win, and he's not taking care of his body after. He's not going in these chambers and getting massages and doing all that. He's just playing.
He's not spending
and he's not spilling dollars. He's not spending money on his body like that. So for people to discredit his effort,
the technology wasn't there to understand it.
It's crazy. Like I don't understand.
But can you take that away from the person that's doing that too?
No,
like
you can't.
Like LeBron?
No, I would never. That's listen. That is your prerogative. You can do whatever you think is best for your body. But to discredit the players back then and then just focus on stats today, that's not the point of the sport. The point of the sport is not for stats. Like Tom Brady is regarded as the GOAT because he has 7 championships.
Yeah, because he won.
Because he won.
Yeah.
He only plays one side of the ball. You don't play defense.
Yeah.
Basketball, you can impact both sides of the floor.
Yeah.
Soccer, like there's no one like Messi and Ronaldo. I don't care. Mbappe, Neymar, those guys are all great players.
Never.
But since 2000
maybe
and like
this new kid on Barca, maybe
Lamine Yamal, maybe because he's so young. But like you got 2 guys for like 15 years that won the Ballon d'Or year after year after year. They won Champions Leagues in between that time. They won, all the domestic cups in between those times. That's why
broke records.
That is why those guys are there. It's like
2 faces of a generation.
Who are you? Which side are you?
Which side or what?
Messi or Ronaldo?
I like Ronaldo. I'm a big Ronaldo fan, but
You're a United fan, no?
I am a United fan.
Yeah, so
big United fan.
That,
Yeah. You've seen the stories.
I've seen the stories. It's okay.
But
I'm not gonna roast you. You guys are going through tough times.
I will say Stop. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. I get this every day.
Wow, your pops is what?
No. Me and my dad are United fans.
Oh,
for
you
sure.
guys are okay.
But like my other friends, bro, they roast me.
What are they?
One's Liverpool.
That's my dad.
Yeah, shout out to Vusa. One's Liverpool and Zamor. You know Top Boy?
Yeah.
Arsenal. So
that's my guy.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm a gunner.
We have a group chat that we just, bro. It's not non-stop when the season starts. But I'll explain. For me, Messi. I think Messi is a very humble person. But I think Messi and I think the whole world understands Messi's talent. You can't do what he does. You can't run full speed with the ball at your foot and manipulate the entire pitch.
Yeah.
Like, I think he knows some of the stuff he does. It's like Kyrie Irving. Like, you can't teach that. Ronaldo's a product of hard work. Mm-hmm. Ronaldo is just beaten on his craft. He eats a certain way since he was young. And, like, I respect that. I respect that he has decided to get every ounce of potential out of himself by working hard. And I don't discredit that. So, for me, I'm even as a basketball player, I'm not Messi. I'm not that gifted.
Yeah.
So I understand where Messi's like humble. He doesn't need to say anything to anyone because he'll just dribble around you and score 6 goals.
He'll just prove it,
you know what I mean? But Ronaldo,
he's done that.
Right? Literally, he's done that.
he's
Ronaldo
done that.
has to tell everyone that he's the greatest because he's worked so hard to become the player that he is. Even though he does have insane talent, it's just not like Messi's.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
he has natural talent.
Oh my God, yeah. But
like Messi's a God-given talent.
But I think
Kyrie,
I think Ronaldo in the air is a God-given talent too. I don't think we'll ever see another player who can jump and manipulate his head to.
I think as an athlete,
he's insane.
Has the best like physical.
As a footballer,
his physique is crazy.
Everything. Like,
everything.
His height. Everything about him is just like, yo, you can play multiple sports and be really good at it.
But Messi don't have to do that. Messi don't have to train like that to be great.
No.
He just goes on the pitch, give me the ball, and go.
But he trains.
Of course.
He's in the gym.
Of
He's
course.
doing that.
Of course. Yeah. But it's still God given. You know?
Gotcha.
So I respect Ronaldo more because I can relate more to that than Messi's from a different planet, and everyone says that.
And they all say that.
He's not from Earth.
All say that.
And I can tell you, Kyrie Irving is from probably maybe a neighboring planet because the things he does on the basketball floor, you just with like the way he can manipulate a ball with either hand.
Is he the best handler to ever?
I think so. I think so.
A lot of I've seen online. A lot of people like said no. There's white chocolate and there's Jamal Crawford.
Because handling the ball is not just your hands; it's your feet. And if you can manipulate the basketball and your feet at the same time, it's a whole different level. And he can finish with either hand. He's completely ambidextrous. He can spin the ball in either hand. I'm semi ambidextrous. Like I'm pretty good with either hand.
Yeah.
Like as a basketball, I'm right-handed, but I go left a lot. And I can manipulate the basketball. Nowhere, I'm not even on the same stratosphere.
Who's the closest to Kyrie, in your opinion, that we've seen?
I think Curry's pretty good too.
I would say Curry and Allen Iverson. I would say Curry second because it's the same thing. It's feet and basketball.
And then AI?
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas is up there too. There's a lot of guys who have great handle. I would even put Kevin Durant. He's 7 feet and can handle the basketball. But
he really can.
I can watch Kyrie and know that I'd say most of the stuff he does he didn't practice. He just knows how to do it because a lot of the scenarios you just can't teach. You ever seen the layup he did over Kawhi? You ever saw that?
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yes.
Where he double pumped and had the ball, and you see Kawhi's fingertip almost gets the ball. You mean to tell me he practiced that in the gym?
No, because nobody's gonna do it.
Yeah. He jumped in the air off one foot, held the ball back here like this, and waited for Kawhi to come down and then shot it. You could practice that?
No.
Let me know if you could practice that. Let me
It's
know.
a lot of balance and core and like.
But again, you can't practice that.
Yeah.
Messi dribbling through six players and scoring, or making the defender fall.
Because even if you were to practice your core, that's not something that you can just.
And can you simulate the moment?
Yeah.
You
that's the thing.
You can't simulate that
it's
moment,
different.
man.
Because whoever's defending you is not an NBA player, and if they are they the best defense? It's very tough to say, oh, I can practice this because this defender can come at me, and I'm no. Those two dudes.
Nah,
you're
Curry's
right.
different.
You're right. I'm Messi.
Of course.
Biased because of
You're wearing Adidas right now, fam.
Well, I'm wearing Nikes though.
Oh, okay.
But My favorite is Ronaldinho. I'm
Oh,
a huge Ronaldo.
beautiful. Yeah. Great
Ronaldinho,
footballer. He made a lot of people enjoy watching football.
He made me love football to a different level.
Yeah.
Him and Brazilian Ronaldo.
Of course.
Yeah.
R9, man.
Yeah.
R9. Yeah.
I didn't know you're a football fan like that.
Yeah, bro, I have a big soccer ball tattooed on my arm, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
You played soccer too?
That was my first sport.
What position?
Midfield and left wing. Yeah.
Yaya Toure type?
I was a goal scorer.
But on the midfield side.
Yeah,
Attacking,
midfield, free kick.
or-
Oh, yeah, attacking
Okay,
midfielder.
okay.
I
So
played
you-
till I was like 12, and then I switched to basketball.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I didn't start playing basketball till I was like 12. Like, seriously started playing basketball.
And when did you stop, Bell?
Stop ball?
Yeah.
28.
That's when the injury happened, or
Injuries. I had three major surgeries in 9 years. Yeah, yeah. 2012 was the
That's
first.
a-
Yeah, thank you. 2012 was
lot.
the first. Knee surgery. Achilles was second, and then this knee, and then I just
this knee?
yeah. So 2 ACLs, 1 Achilles, and I just said mentally I was done, bro. I was just done. I didn't wanna.
You don't play pickup or anything?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I played
okay.
Friday. Yeah. Me and my boys, we still
how
play.
does that feel to you?
I mean,
Especially
Just
after
not as
three-
competitive. You're just playing.
no, I'm very competitive.
Yeah?
No,
He's a winner, bro.
yeah.
He's
No, I don't fuck around on
No,
the
you
court.
can
Yeah,
tell.
I play the same way. I just
He's telling you I play to win.
yeah,
Sports
yeah.
are for winning.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he started the pod with.
You do, but it's like it's not the same after you like kind of.
Well, you ever been injured before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just fighting through one right now.
Oh,
Torn ligament in my ankle.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm okay, but
Okay, good,
I haven't been able to play the same. Like it's been a struggle.
Yeah, I'll say for me, it's not that I can't play the same.
It's like the mental competitiveness is still there, but sometimes your body's not like.
Oh no, all the time my body's not like nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All the time my
That's what
body's
I'm
like nah,
saying.
chill, bro, chill.
Yeah,
Let's
we
just
too
say
old.
I don't play above the rim often,
Okay.
and I'm slower. But
Are you playing defense or no?
yeah. Of course. I have to, or else you can't be on the floor. I ain't playing hard defense though. I
Okay.
mean,
You playing
but-
James Harden defense or
No, no, I ain't that bad. But we're playing to win, you know. So I feel like I'm still the same player. My game won't change. I've never really relied on like being athletic. I'm 6'5" with long arms and I can shoot. So
Okay.
you know, you
Nice.
give me space, yeah. Like I'm still able to play, and I still enjoy it. And now for me, you know, the only thing I care about when I play is leaving the court the same way I came.
Yeah, for real.
That's it, bro.
For real.
That's it.
That's all I want.
I could shoot 0 for 60. It was a good day, bro. It was a good day.
Yeah. I got my cardio. in.
I got my cardio in. I closed all my rings on my Apple Watch. It was a good day, bro. Yeah. Man.
Season
Sure.
2, episode 23. We'll do our intros.
we here, man?
Yeah,
We're
man.
Just chatting.
Yes,
Just
sir.
having fun with the homies.
Yes, sir.
Um,
It's your boy Matt,
talk to him.
aka Easy Money,
What else?
All right.
aka Babyface Killer.
What else?
I'm gonna be a lover boy today.
Lover boy.
Yeah,
Is there a shorty in the picture, man?
I found a shorty.
Let's go.
Did she rescue you?
I rescued
You
her.
Oh, you rescued. Oh, that's not
Oh
good.
my God, that's good, bro.
Call me Captain Save a
Oh
Ho.
no,
Wow.
you Captain Save a Hoe?
That's how I'm
Oh
feeling.
my boy, that's how you feeling?
That's how I'm feeling.
Shit, we gotta talk off camera. That's not good.
TT.
Crazy. Listen,
That's
it's your
funny.
boy T. That's crazy. Captain Save-O, it's your boy. This guy always does this to me. When I gotta introduce myself, you say some wild shit.
I know.
And now I'm like lost. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I
No,
should
it's
have
your
worn.
boy TT, man, walking on water because I'm always fresh.
Jeez.
I need to get you Jesus.
Yeah.
Because
I should have wore a cape for this episode.
Hey,
Nah, it's just listen. It's just Warren, just the homie Warren, man. Here to do the pod.
yo, it's just Warren. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh man, that's a great introduction, guys.
Nah, it's dope.
We here.
It's definitely very memorable.
Yeah,
For sure.
I want to know more about you because I think he knows more about you. I want to
He
know
does.
about your broadcasting, how you got into that. Like, tell us more about that.
Cool. A
I want
topic I
people
can.
to know about that.
Yeah, for sure. No, I've been a broadcaster now I started in 2018 when I stopped hooping. But I'm not. I'll say this: I'm not someone who prefaces by saying, I got
Did you hoop
this.
somewhere?
Me?
Yeah.
Hoop?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
did you play for like a university or something?
No, I went to University of Ottawa, and then I played overseas for five and a half,
okay.
almost 6 years.
Where did you play overseas?
Germany, France, Spain.
Like in the EuroLeague?
No, not in the
Okay.
EuroLeague, but I played in domestic leagues. In
Okay.
Europe. Yeah. So I played overseas for a few years, played here for 3 years, went back to Spain, had my last injury, came back home. I got a job as a recruiter, which I hated.
For?
A company called Bilingual One.
Okay.
So I only hated it because I just wasn't ready to accept where I was in my life, you know? I had to like,
you know, just like
get a
let
9
go
to
of that.
5. I'm
Yeah.
just hooping. So
Yeah. You were living a whole different life.
a whole different life,
Yeah.
right? You know, I was enjoying my time in Spain, and then that happened, and then I got an opportunity. Someone's like, you know, I think you'd be good at this. So I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I have nothing to lose. So let me go ahead and give it a try.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I wanted to do or what I thought I was gonna do, but
It was in front of you. It was an opportunity
exactly,
in front of you.
it was
Let
an
me
opportunity
explore
in
it.
front of me. So it was like, man, I may as well, because like I don't have.
What if I end up liking it?
I don't have anything else. You know what I mean? So I kind of took it out of a bit of a desperation. And then the first time I did it, bro, I was sweating like crazy. Like I was holding the mic, bro. I was shaking. Like it was terrible. Like I wasn't comfortable on
feel
camera
that,
at all.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I kind of
You built it over time.
I kind of forced myself to do it. And that's when I started to like, because I began to challenge myself to see if I can do new things and, like how comfortable I could get on camera, saying things and, my cadence, my vocabulary. I had to improve all those things, and I'm working on that. I'm working on a social skill. So I had a friend, like I said, who recommended me for the position. I got the position. I believe I keep it because I'm competent and I'm good at what I do.
What's the position?
I'm a broadcaster for the Toronto Raptors and the Raptors 905 and Scarborough Shooting Stars. So I'm a radio analyst for the Raptors. I'm a TV analyst for 905 and Scarborough Shooting Stars. They have their own league. So I do all 3 teams all year round. I think for where I'm at in my life, like podcasting, and reason why, like, since you asked me to do this, I said absolutely.
Yeah.
1, because it's you.
Appreciate
2,
it.
because I believe that the people that I've been most inspired by have all had auditory impact. So you listen to music, you're listening to something. Malcolm X. Like all the different people that
Spoken word is powerful.
Spoken word is very powerful. Even you can go far left and think about some of the people that have said negative things in the world. I'm not gonna say no names, but there's people who have inspired people in a different direction, but they're doing it through their words and communication. So when I'm as a broadcaster, I don't know who's listening to me, but I have a knowledge of basketball, and I want to articulate that, and maybe someone will learn something. So that's where I fell in love with like broadcasting, because like I said, even doing this, you never know who's listening to you, and that's why I respect like people who put forth something into the world, because you just don't know who's listening, and it could really help them.
It's art.
It is art. That's right.
Wow.
That's cool. So now you love it? Because at first you just like...
No, I think I always liked the craft of it before, but before I was like, I really liked it because I wanted success. I wanted to be on TV. I wanted to be the biggest I want to be, like a Michael Strahan and those guys. And it's like,
I feel like that's how most people get into like, the entertainment industry. That's always like that little initial
now,
dream kind of moment.
Now it ain't about that. Now it's more like I'm at least then. Now, like a few years into it, it's just more of just like I just thoroughly enjoy it. That's it. I just thoroughly. It's like.
So you love it?
Absolutely. It's not my main job, but it's a good secondary one to have.
Yeah.
I talk about something that I've been doing since I was a kid, basically. So.
I was gonna say it's something that you really love too, and a game that you played. So it comes easy. Like just having a conversation with you right now, the way you're breaking certain things about not even the game itself as a whole, but the outside picture of the game is easy for somebody to comprehend and digest, rather than the technical words and all that other stuff. Technical words, sorry.
Just because you could play the game at a high level doesn't always necessarily mean you can communicate it to people who are not as experienced. That is a talent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow. That's very true.
Being able to like use smaller words or your voice. Yeah. I want to ask you about a trade that happened. I feel like this kind of went under the rug with the championship.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't talking about how dangerous and how league shifting Kevin Durant is going to the Houston Rockets.
Is it though?
You don't think so?
Ooh.
I mean, KD is not. He's not 26. You know what I mean? He's not. This isn't young KD. I know this. I know KD is nasty, but you got to think about team chemistry. It's a new system, new city. They also lost Dylan Brooks, which I think Jalen Green I don't really care about. I think he got other issues he got to deal with.
Baby mama.
But I think Dylan Brooks is he's an underrated defender. He's a dog, and he's someone that you'd want to play with.
I actually disagree with you.
That's okay.
I think I think Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green were holding the team back, and I think
In what capacity?
Jalen,
I understand, but Dylan,
sometimes Dylan doesn't have good nights, and he'll go 3 for 13.
That's fine. I mean, he's not there totally just for offense. He's
but
there.
What I'm saying is, like, when these guys go, now Amen Thompson can flourish.
Well, yeah, I think they've decided to bet on an Amen Thompson.
Yeah.
I think Reed, I forget, I don't know his last name. Jabari Smith. There's a kid from Kentucky. He was drafted last year. Very good. Reed Shepherd.
Yeah.
Reed Shepherd will get a lot more.
Everyone's talking about him.
Yeah, a lot more floor time. There's another kid I think will play more. Van Fleet's been steady. You know what I mean? Steady Freddie as usual.
You think he's good?
Oh yeah.
But he has the support now. I just feel I feel
do.
like a lot of times since Kevin Durant's left the Warriors, he's been on like these teams where there's like heavy star power, but then the role players weren't necessarily there to support. Well, and I feel like he has a different situation. And what I like about this is they're very defensive minded, this team.
Well, again, we'll see with health. That's number one. Yeah. Can you stay healthy for an entire season?
He's getting old, bro.
I think that's I think that's what matters first. Chemistry on the floor, like that's just not built over in a day. And there's so much parity in the NBA now. There's so much like with the cap space and the way it works now with the collective bargaining agreement. Like the NBA is pretty much even. So you could have a new champion. There's been what 7 in the last how many years, right?
So incredible.
You're probably going to see that trend happen more every single season. There could be a new champion. It's going to be very hard for a team to go back to back to back. So Houston might have a 2-year window to get a title. Do I think they can? Absolutely, but I'm not going to say, you know what, they're a shoo-in. They're now going to go to first in the West or second. I'd love to see it. I'm a big KD fan, but a lot of things have to happen defensively, offensively for that team to gel and get into a system.
Who's their coach?
They just Ime Udoka.
Yeah, very good.
And
coach.
they just re-signed him.
Very good coach. I think they'll be good, but again, there's a lot riding on that, right? Health and all that. Like a lot of things have to happen for that team to be.
Do you think Freddie's efficient enough to be on a championship-winning team?
I saw a stat about him the other day, and I didn't.
Because I saw a stat that he's not efficient, bro.
Well, I mean,
I think he can't. Like, I think he's just hasn't done it in the starting role capacity. Obviously, we saw him kill being that second point guard.
But also different team.
I think the last round he didn't shoot really good.
Yeah, but
you say different team and different system. Sorry, because that's also important, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. When he was here in Toronto, it was Kawhi, Kyle, Pascal. Yeah. There was other players who took a lot of the attention. Now you pair Fred VanVleet with a Kevin Durant, he'll get a lot more open shots because KD's on the floor. So he could probably be more efficient. Jalen Green wasn't really pulling his weight. Jalen Green's supposed to be a scorer. Number one thing that a scorer is supposed to do is score. So if
the bucket in the basket,
you know what I mean? Like
his efficiencies weren't good.
If you're not, but if you're not like. Being a scorer means that you have eyes on you all the time. People need to know where you are. So if Jalen Green comes off a pin down and gets the ball, the entire defense is going to shift. So that half second of me looking over here and Fred VanVleet just decides to go ahead and creep over to where, out of my sight line. Now I'm looking at KD. He passes to Fred. As soon as I do this, now Fred has maybe a second longer each game to make a decision. That can increase his efficiency right there, right off of that, because he's no longer going to be the focal point of the of the defense. They're not going to be because now you got to deal with Sengun, you got to deal with
Baby Jokic.
You got to deal with Baby Jokic and KD, Amen Thompson. Fred probably will get more open looks just because.
Eason.
Right, you gotta look at it from that perspective. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but like for me, that's how I see it. I think efficiency is dependent on who you're playing with, because if I have the ball at the end of a shot clock and it's 6 seconds left and I gotta jack up something,
Yeah.
my efficiency probably gonna go. And
It's gonna go down.
Now I won't lie, Fred be jacking sometimes. He's taking 15 threes in a game and stuff. Like he does do that, but reality is like he probably had to do that on that team. Now he don't have to.
Yeah, I think it's an adjustment for him too, because
Yeah.
like he was like he has a certain mindset, like maybe a more mature mindset, and when he came to Houston, he kind of had to deal with all these different personalities
Younger
and
kids.
this bigger
Yeah.
role that he wasn't used to being like the pretty much the franchise player.
Yeah, young, younger dudes.
So
don't
I
know.
like that. I
I
also
want Ant to win, bro. That's my guy right now.
Okay.
I like the balance Houston has between like veterans and young players.
Yeah,
I think they have a good
needed
balance.
that. I think they needed that for sure.
I don't think KD's gonna win another one.
We'll see. Time will tell, man.
You're right. I said it. I don't think any of the old guys are gonna win another one. That's it. I don't see them doing it. You know, I think Curry got his fourth, and it was just like, boom, you lucked out on that one. Well, I can't say he lucked out. He played fucking phenomenal that series. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't see this. I feel like the new kids are so good, and they have good pieces around them, that it's somebody else's turn now. It's a new.
Yeah,
face.
we'll see, man. I mean, it's a lot of games.
It
It's
is
a lot of games year
It
in,
is.
year out, man. It's a lot of games, a lot of running, a lot of moving, and I mean, time will tell.
What's your thoughts about the in season tournament thing? I know it's been going on for 2 years now.
I think it's a different aspect of the game to make it more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from a broadcast perspective, the court looks dope. You know,
Okay, fair.
but I don't like that it gets like the finals. They didn't have the big logo in the in the middle of the court, which kind of bugged me. Like I wanted that to be just as hyped up as the in-season tournament.
Fair.
So
Fair.
I'm a fan of it, but I mean, it is.
I
what it
think
is.
it's very hard for the NBA to be entertaining between October and like in that new year.
Sure.
So I think it kind of gives them something that they could build some sort of development, and then like some sort of like championship and
A little hype.
yeah. Like I don't think.
I mean,
I think between the players, I don't think anyone can like use that season tournament as a bragging right. But I think it just does good, like as a business, like it does bring some entertainment.
you got to remember too, like I don't blame young people for not watching basketball as much. Like you really gotta love the game to watch it, because there's just so much other shit to watch. You know, we got TikTokers, we got Instagrammers, we got YouTubers, we got streamers, we got
So much different
movies,
entertainment.
and bro, there's so much stuff to watch. Like
Yeah.
for the NBA to try new things to get more people to watch, I get it, but like that's all sports. Like a lot of people, the people who do watch sports are invested in sports culture.
It's just if you
It's
love
like,
the sport.
if you love the
yourself.
sport, you watch it. If not, I mean, I don't blame anybody for not. Like, why am I forcing someone to watch a game they don't even really like? You know, half the people who go to games don't even. They're not even
Yeah,
watching.
they don't care. Yeah.
No, like you go to the sixth floor of a Raptors game, and all those booths. People aren't watching. They're eating popcorn, socializing,
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go to Europe though. Everyone in that bitch
Die
is
hard.
watching. Yeah,
Even
in the boxes. Yeah, smoking a cigarette, but they watching. Yeah, the way it works.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
I think the in-season tournament is good too, just because it's like, okay, it kind of establishes, hey, this is the best team by December.
Yeah.
Can this team continue this to the end?
Yeah.
If not, who is that team? I think it just creates like a cool dialogue, and
Yeah.
I think they just need to fix the All-Star game, and that's where like they'll get viewers and maybe more people watching the sport for entertainment.
I saw they actually took Giannis's suggestion on Twitter, and they're actually gonna do a
the
world versus.
I don't think so. I just think you should have.
think it'll
No, I don't.
They
care.
announced it's gonna happen.
It
I
is.
think.
Yeah, I just don't care for that. I want to see East against West, and I want to see them play
And just-
for 4 quarters.
I agree
Actually
with that.
play.
That's it.
I feel like they
Yeah.
like. Why
That's
would
it.
you change that history?
That's it, bro. Just East against. Well, you can design
first
you can
year-
design the jersey any which way you want. I don't care.
I agree.
It's 4 letters.
Fuck,
brother. Just
man.
East against West,
Yeah.
and just play for 4 quarters.
Like the first year that I think Kobe, rest in peace, when they did that,
Oh yeah, they changed that.
that you have to like whatever score it is
At the end of the third quarter, you
score
add
the
24.
Yeah.
the case may be.
Yeah.
I think that was the only year that I saw both teams playing
That's it. Just
in
play.
a while.
Yeah.
Like playing ball to play ball.
And, you
Not
know,
a bunch of stars like, here, go do something with it.
y'all could go out all like, All-Star Weekend is for, to relax and stuff. But at the same time, it's also you are one of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
So just show that.
Show why.
That's it. That's all people want to see. Show why. Like entertain, but you're that good and go ahead and do it. It's
that's the problematic thing about the All-Star Weekend.
Wow.
These guys, the attitude and the energy around the NBA players is we're exhausted. We don't want to try this weekend. You know what I mean? You see it in the skills.
You're a professional athlete.
But that's the thing. That's the
sorry.
problem.
I've never been a professional athlete, but you're supposed to go out and fucking play. Like that's what you're getting paid for.
That's your job.
Like look at the dunk contest. Look how lazy that is.
I think the dunk contest just the players are just like, I genuinely think LeBron should have joined, and that's why it got ruined, because all the dunkers are like, well, he didn't do it. I don't need to.
But it's like it's not even just that event.
I fuck with LeBron. I'm not even a LeBron hater or anything, or whatever word you said.
LeBron sexuals.
I'm definitely not that. I'm not repeating that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's funny.
I genuinely feel if he had joined, if he had shown like, hey, this is my athleticism, this is what I can do, any other person after him.
Well, yeah, I would keep it going because Jordan already did it and he won it. Like, he could have kept that tradition.
Kobe that did it, right? But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like what else? What other dunks can you do? Like,
well, no, you know what's my issue?
Like
I go on social media. I see all these creative dunks, and my first thought in my head, like people just in the park or just really athletic, and my first thought is like, yo, why haven't I seen this in a dunk contest?
Because they can't do it.
Because certain NBA players have hops.
Basketball players are not all like guys can dunk, but they ain't doing some of the bros. There are guys who just jump. They have no game.
Yeah,
all they can do is jump. So it's a big difference. But speaking of Kobe, like there's all this debate online about.
So that was my next thing, because I know you're a Kobe fan too.
Massive.
I know. I already saw that 8 over here.
Yeah.
I saw the Mamba 8.
Yeah,
I saw you wearing that. I was like, oh, he's.
A big Kobe fan.
Yeah, talk to me about that.
Well,
how do you feel
about the debate online?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's hilarious. I mean, there's obviously so many different debates, and I like having basketball debates. I think they're great, but. For people who are going to see this, and what I want them to understand something about, like real basketball players, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. The reason why Kobe's revered with such respect to other basketball players is not so much about his stats. We don't care if he shot 40 shots. We don't care. It's how he did things. Mm-hmm. The way you go about doing things matters. It matters.
Yeah.
Like Kobe had
like the mentality.
Not just that, but like. I think hard work, and you can agree with me. I know you can. Hard work is a baseline for it's like the baseline entry to anything. Mm-hmm. But finding what works for you to give you the best result, that is to me what I respect and love about Kobe. Kobe waking up at all the stories about him, him being in the gym at 3:00 in the morning, and then going in the gym at 7, and then getting up and going to work out at 10, and then going to the gym or the game at 8 and scoring 40. Yeah, it worked. Him doing the thing at 3 to do the thing at 7 to do the thing at 10, it resulted in him having the outcome that he was looking for, and that level of detail to find out what works for me so I can perform the best way possible. I don't give a fuck about your stats. I'm looking at the totality of your game and the way you do things, which is why the younger generation, like, you really want to know how good someone is? Wait 20 years and see if people are still copying you. Copying your footwork, copying the way you approach basketball, which is what you see now. Ask the Jason Tatums, the Paul Georges, Kawhi Leonards, who were they trying to work out with when they were done playing?
Is it Kobe or is it Jordan? Because somebody can argue and tell you, hey, it's Jordan.
Kobe, in my opinion, Kobe's footwork is better than Jordan's, and only because Kobe was not as athletic. Out of all three of those specimens, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron's the most gifted. He's the most athletic, right? Mm-hmm. That is a Bugatti engine in that guy. Like, he's the fastest. He can jump the highest. Jordan, big hands, 6'6", for his time, crazy frame, superior athlete, and dumb strong. Yeah. Dumb strong.
Very strong.
You cannot jump. I don't care what anyone says.
Underrated part.
You cannot jump and dunk on someone without being insanely strong. You're meeting someone at the apex. They're jumping. You're jumping.
Most of these guys are bigger than
you.
And they're bigger than. Okay, so dumb strong. Unless you've done that, you don't really know. So I'm not listening to the little, the little guys on the internet. All that. Kobe, small hands, least vertical, slowest player. He had to work the hardest to do the most. You understand? He had to. So like, like Kobe. That's why when Kobe retired, in my opinion, he didn't need anything to do with basketball. He didn't want to be a coach. Didn't want to be a trainer. Because he gave everything to the game. He's done. He gave every ounce of himself to basketball.
To that game, yeah.
And then he said, I'm done. I'm on to the next chapter of my life. So for people to be like, Kobe's not top 10, look at his numbers. Shut the fuck. Who cares? The numbers do not define how great somebody is.
Right.
Facts.
They never will. Numbers are support how you play.
Right.
If that's the case, then some of the players that we consider to be great players wouldn't be, because they don't have all the numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't like. So for me, I don't really pay attention to what people say about Kobe because
I've heard a perspective about him, and in the moment I was like, okay, I see where you're coming from. But then I sat with it, I was like, whoa. And it was, I don't respect Kobe's game because what you did is copied Michael Jordan, where Jordan didn't copy anybody, LeBron didn't copy anybody.
Jordan copied people.
Right.
Yeah.
Who?
The people he saw before. That's all basketball is. It's a recreation of what you see.
He just didn't copy one
So
specific person.
who would you say Jordan's game similar to?
No. Jordan is a one of one type of player.
Right.
But the things Jordan did on the floor, yeah, that was all imagination. But doing a jab step and a rip through, that's all fundamental basketball. He learned that from someone.
From someone else.
It's just what he did after the fundamental basketball was all imagination.
Gotcha.
You know, a defender's in the air. Okay, I'm so athletic, I'm gonna jump and then I'm gonna do this around the rim. Like Dr. J was doing that. Sorry, Big Dog.
Yeah.
Dr. J was doing this before. So there's a lot of players who did things, and maybe those players weren't in the NBA that he was copying. We don't know.
Fair.
I don't know what Jordan watched every day, but I know he didn't get it, all of it, out of thin air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know?
he definitely had to. That's part of
But
life.
Who would you say Bron kind of? Because to me, he's like, can we say is there another LeBron James?
No.
But we can say there's another Michael in the Kobe.
I think
Again, this is not my argument. This is
I
someone
know.
else's argument that I was like,
I don't think Kobe is anything like Michael when it comes to, like, he's a just freak athlete. Michael Jordan, man, freak, like one of one. LeBron is a one of one. I say LeBron's the best athlete ever. I wouldn't say he's the best basketball player ever. I say Jordan's the best basketball player ever.
all around.
All around, yeah. Jordan's the most complete player there ever lived. In my opinion.
Right.
You know, I think Kobe was, he took things from Michael and then made them his own. Like, how many players do you know have perfected a fadeaway jump shot from either right shoulder or left shoulder on either side of the block? Like, I fade away on a jump shot. It don't look like Kobe's. It's mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so you can take things from the game and make them your own, and I think that's what Kobe did. How many players can stop on a dime as Kobe did in New York City at Madison Square Garden, spin around halfway on Wilson Chandler, and knock down a jumper at the foul line for 62 points. Like,
Yeah.
no one's doing that. Jordan never did that. That's Kobe's footwork. Kobe had phenomenal footwork because he wasn't the most athletic. He wasn't as gifted. You give Kobe Jordan's athleticism, oh boy. Oh boy! And don't get me wrong, Kobe was insanely athletic.
Yeah.
You know what I
but
mean?
compared to those
in
two.
comparison to
Yeah,
those
yeah,
two,
yeah.
those two are a cut above, man.
Yeah. So where's AI in this? Because I remember hearing Kobe saying if AI was
6'6",
we would all be in trouble.
Yeah, but man, if I was 6'9", maybe I'd be a we can say that about anybody.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, shit. If Kyrie was 6'7", it would be a different story. You know, like.
Because to me, it's like, if you're taller, can you be as agile and
Yeah, for sure.
and as great of a ball handler as those
For
two
sure.
were?
For
Yeah,
sure.
you see it in Wemby. You see it in some of these new guys.
I
Like,
feel like the new guys are practicing on that because it's something. As the game evolves, a lot of young coaches are like, "Hey, man, you got to focus on this because this is a game."
well, I just think
Right.
also now, like, there's more of a demand for the taller guys to be more complete. Like, you're seeing more of the big men now. They can pass the ball. They're sharp shooters.
Yeah, there isn't dominance anymore in big men. It's more Jokic game.
Sharp shooters. You gotta, like, but before you could get away with just being a rebounder or just being the hustle guy.
Well, because that was that was the demand of the game.
Yeah.
At that
Now
time.
it changed. Now
Like,
now we want you.
You don't think Kevin Garnett could shoot back in the day when he was a rookie or
100%.
handle the ball or
He
anything?
was shooting from almost 3.
You know what
like
I mean?
deep twos.
Like I'm sure all those guys could do those things. It's just the time they played in, it wasn't really allowed at that time. You know, so it wasn't part of the system.
So, is T-Mac better than Kobe to you?
You know, it's funny
From a ball perspective.
T-Mac growing up was my favorite player by far.
Yeah.
Far. I actually like tailored my game to try and be like T-Mac. I think T-Mac had 2 seasons where he could maybe breathe in the same breath as Kobe in terms of talent. But talent does not mean winner, you know? And Tracy McGrady, as much as I love Tracy McGrady, he's not a winner.
You don't think he had the mentality?
He's not he didn't win. So, you know, and it's
But he's saying if I was with Shaq.
no, that's bullshit.
Because that was the whole argument. That's what he said.
If anyone was with Shaq, they could say that. But saying it and doing it are 2 different things, you know?
Fair.
He had Yao Ming, he had Shane Battier, he had his team, he had his time. He didn't get it done. So for him to say that, to me, is nonsense. Like, that's like me saying, you know, man.
There's some merit. Like that Lakers team was more talented.
But I mean, more talented. Like there's so many hypotheticals. Like if I'm T-Mac, I'm gonna defend my friend and say, I'm like those 2 guys were close. So
No, but like I think it's also valid for him to be like you know, I think that's. I agree. I see what you're saying, but I also see it like that's a self-belief thing. He's like,
Yeah,
if
for sure.
if you put me in this system, I believe I could win.
okay, we put Melo, you know, Carmelo Anthony in the same position as Kobe. Would they win? Who knows? You know, we put Rudy Gay, and it's like there's so many players we could say if they swapped
even
them
Gil
out.
said if I was with Shaq,
I would have won too.
I
Like,
would have won. Yeah.
like, you know, and Gilbert Arenas was nasty.
Yeah, he
And
was
that
crazy.
boy was
Nasty,
disgusting.
cold, bro. So there's
Agent Zero.
There's so many players we could say that about, but end of the day, I respect someone
Who actually did it?
who actually did it for sure, but also
And did it without Shaq too, bro.
and the way he did it. It's the way you do things. It's not so much about how many titles you've won, and it's the way you do things. And I think that's why the younger generation, like I said, wait 10 years and see how many players are still, you know, using the type of footwork. Like Shea is a good example of that. You know, he's a good example of someone who gets to the mid-range. I was a mid-range player myself. You know, I love to get the pull-ups because it's the most teams are going to take away the rim, and especially today, they are all going to guard. You know, all going to guard the 3-point line. So what's left?
Yeah, I think it was really good for him to play with Chris Paul, so he could like really.
I was gonna ask him that too. Do you feel like CP could get credit for that?
For sure.
His development,
As-
for sure.
like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what the conversations they've had and stuff, but absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Because like I remember, who was it? Somebody on the Clips. Who's their coach now? What's his name? The Cleveland coach.
Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, he was assistant coach for Doc.
Yeah.
And they were saying, obviously they traded him because Kawhi requested PG, but they were saying like we saw in the Clippers days, this guy has the potential to be a superstar.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a game that his game wasn't like, it needs development. Maybe he can. No, it's like they saw he can be a superstar.
Yeah, bro.
And I felt like CP, obviously, the CP's been getting a lot of hate because he hasn't won. But I think basketball, and you can correct me because you know more about ball as well. I think CP is one of the best point guards to play the game in terms of how a point guard should play the game.
I would agree with that.
Maybe his attitude or whatever people that don't like about him, cool. But I think as a point guard, like
fundamentals.
really
If you want
what
to
a
teach
point
someone
guard
fundamental
is.
basketball, I'd definitely show them Chris Paul
Yeah.
videos, for sure.
CP?
Chris Paul game tape, yeah, yeah.
about you?
He's a point
I
guard.
agree.
You've shown CP tapes for if you're.
I think he's one of the. I think he's someone like when you think about all-time great point guards, he has to be mentioned, winning or not. He has to be
Top
mentioned.
5, top 10.
Top
10.
five.
Top 10.
I'm putting him
Okay.
top 5.
Top 10 for me.
Okay.
Top 10. Yeah.
Like he has to be in that conversation.
Top 10. Yeah. For sure.
I think most people would say top 10 too.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many great ones. Like
Yeah, that's why it's hard. Like, you know,
Yeah.
that is the most attractive position in a basketball in
It's
terms
also
of
the hardest to play.
because well, also the responsibility, but too, if you actually like think about like the demographic of human beings, most people are short. Like, you know what I mean? Like, most people can only like
Not in basketball, not anymore. Point guards are 6'7", 6'8" now.
It's
It's
crazy,
but
bro.
ridiculous.
But what I'm saying is like normal human beings.
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
don't get chances to play center. You really like some people can
Only
only
in
play
high
point
school.
guard or shooting guard because they're so short, right?
Yeah, facts. I
Only
played
in high
center.
school.
Yeah, facts.
You were probably a center in high school, no?
Like a power forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How tall are you? 6.
The 6, bro, I was 5'10",
And they
5'11".
put you as a power forward?
But that's pretty
One of the
tall
tallest
back then.
players.
Yeah.
You know,
When
back
you-
then. I
yeah.
had no skill.
Once you're 18, 19, it kind of
I
changes.
had no skill, bro. I couldn't ask for anything else. Yeah.
That's funny.
So I want to get your opinion on this year's draft class. What like you have your own podcast, but for our viewers, what do you think of the Raptors draft pick, and like, is there anyone we should be looking out for? Obviously, other than Cooper Flag, because that's the biggest name.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's crazy? I know everyone kind of don't like this dude, but I think Ace Bailey. I like Ace Bailey's game, man. I do.
Yeah.
I think there's another kid. He's on New Orleans. Fears.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fears, yeah.
He picked 0, so it says Fear 0, which is
Oh,
dope.
that's so
that's
tough.
sick.
Yeah. I like his game.
I was peeping him.
I like VJ Edgecombe. I think people who come from that type of like desperation to make it,
yeah.
he has a hunger. So
Yeah, the dog in him.
and the tricky part about making it in anything, you know, any sort of professional sport or music or any talent is that. But once you get there, you got to stay.
Yeah.
So the work just started, you know what I mean? So it's happy, you know, everyone's good and clapping. But once you get there, you got to, you know, now you're trying to carve out a 10, 12, 15-year career. You know what I'm saying? So that to me is the hard part. And I think the kids that I look for are looking for that type of hunger. And I think the people, I think Cooper is going to be fine.
You think he's going to live up to the hype that they're putting him
I
on?
don't think there's a lot of hype around him though.
No?
No.
Not like Wemby. Not like Wemby.
Not
Or Zion.
Not like LeBron or anybody else. You know, it's like
Okay.
I think it's decent, but
Yeah.
I think he'll develop. He'll be fine. I think he'll be good, but
Can he be
He
the
looks
face
mature.
of a franchise?
who knows, bro? It's hard to tell. Today, it's hard to tell. Honestly, I have no idea.
But like
looks
looking
good.
at Luka, like when Luka came into the NBA, obviously Luka's different because he had already played pro in Europe and all. But when Luka came into the league, I remember one of our friends was talking about Luka when he was playing in Europe. He was like, "Bro, this guy's the next thing."
I'll be honest. When I was in Spain, the team manager was telling me about Luka Doncic, and I didn't see it. So
You didn't see it.
I
Wow.
didn't be like, this guy's gonna be a superstar. I
But
was
when
like-
he came into the NBA, when you saw him that first year in the NBA,
yeah, I thought everyone's either this guy is faster and stronger than most human beings on the planet because he looks like a construction worker on Eglinton. Like he does, bro. He does. Fam, tell me I'm lying. This guy's body's built like a sack of milk, bro. It's ridiculous. And I just like, you know,
not wrong.
bro. Honestly, growing up, when
Doesn't look like a hooper.
growing up, he is everything I was told a basketball player or an athlete wouldn't be. He was growing up. You're supposed to be muscular, defined. This guy walks on the court, big old belly hanging out, bro, cooking. So I just was like, yeah, it is what it is, bro. But I just didn't see the talent when I know he was. You don't play for friggin' Real Madrid at 16 unless you're nice. So
Yeah.
I get it. He's
Yeah.
insanely good.
And a lot of people in this side of the world, they don't understand that ball
No,
is actually advanced.
yeah,
too.
yeah.
And Real Madrid's a big club. Like,
Yeah,
they're not getting
brother, yeah.
no
yeah.
randoms
Trust
to
me,
just
trust
play
me.
there.
But to do the things he was doing at that level, like once I watched him play, I'm like, okay, I understand. But I just didn't think it would translate to the NBA because, like, bro, the series back in the day when he was younger and they played the Clippers. And you remember when he hit the game?
Yeah, the
winner?
game winner. Yeah.
Bro,
I just
I'm
watched
like-
that the other day.
Bro, he's destroying Kawhi Leonard. Like, that's
Yeah.
not easy to do, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like,
It was like his second year at the time.
I'm just like, bro, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. How is this fat kid just
Construction worker.
just cooking everybody, bro?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
apparently he's not quick. Meanwhile, Kawhi's just getting blown by left, right, and center. He's fat, or he posting dudes up, spinning on half spinning on dudes, hitting fadeaways, getting to the rim at will. He make it look easy, and he's not even playing above the rim. So I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
You know, But to your point, Raptors pick. I honestly had no idea, but I'll give the Raptors credit. The Raptors whole front office, they do their due diligence. Like if they and they take chances, which is I give them credit for. Like a lot of teams.
Are you gonna be okay without the boss? The big man is gone, bro. And
I think from a cultural perspective, no, because he did.
That's what I was saying.
He did so much for just not basketball, like Giants of Africa and
big ups to Messi.
building the Raptors.
I'm not gonna lie,
culture.
we've never seen something like that.
No culture and a brand.
Yeah.
As like when you think of the Raptors, I think people thought of possibility. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think you think of like there's a team here that has just and like people really believed. And he said that. He said in the press conference, I watched it. I was like, yo, this is right. Like he was like, we need to believe in the people in the city here. We need to believe that people want to come here, and we're changing that. So
he made an impact on the community.
It was actually the perfect city for him to come and do that too, because he couldn't have done that in Denver the way he did it here.
No, I was.
And he started the culture there.
Yeah.
He did something. Obviously, they continued his blueprint for a little bit.
But the NBA is about what? Winning. So. If you don't win, there's time for the change. Change is gonna come. Even when you do win, there's time for change. So, it's I don't know about the pick. I haven't really watched this game all that much. I know
I saw his game.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Julius Randle to me in the sense where he's undersized for a power forward, but he can play make, and he's very aggressive.
Does he want to stay with us? Because a lot of people online saying he doesn't even want to be.
So apparently they caught him cussing, and the speculation is behind he wants to start, and he got the Raptors picked him, and he kind of said the F-bomb, saying like, oh man, like now I'm gonna have to play off the bench type of thing. But I think people just read into reactions too much.
I don't
he was
think
just with his family.
I don't think that's what he meant. I think when he cussed, I think he didn't expect to get drafted that high. And I think he was like, bro, if I got drafted, I probably would have said fuck too. Like, my whole life's changed.
People read into things too much. People
especially today, bro. Like,
with social media,
and that's a moment with your family too. That's like it's annoying.
I would have said, bro, I've had a cash for life ticket and I've said fuck. I won $5 and I've been like, yo, this is great. You know what I'm saying? So imagine now I'm an overnight millionaire. I don't know what I would do, bro.
Literally an overnight millionaire.
I don't know what I would do, bro. I would say some wild shit. Trust me. And you can believe me.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you something. We're lucky that you have experience in Europe, and I just wanted to ask you this. Like, for me, my perspective is like when I look at Canada and US, a lot of this young generation, they just want to play like a 2K player. They want to be like they want to go, they want to go tween, and even just like when I see like the culture here, I feel like everyone's trying to be a guy. You know what I mean? Everyone like
not just in basketball.
But like, like it's such a like, it's like everyone wants to be a star. Everyone kind of wants to play like Anthony Edwards type of build. Yeah. Like I feel like, is it true that the European game is more of a team game than it is here?
Well, again, I think that, okay, first of all, great question. Second, well, the way I'll answer that is that the European game is the way it is because of the culture that's around basketball. Everyone here wants to be a guy, as you said, because that's who everyone talks about is the guy. You don't practice to be Nick Collison. You're not.
True.
Most people aren't happy with having a 15-year career and making great money, but you're not in the limelight. You're not getting the brand deals, and you're not getting all the girls, and you're not not being on GQ magazine and
you're getting some baddies.
You're probably gonna live a great life, but someone might mistaken you for a construction worker at Eglinton or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna get the same. And all shout out to all the construction. I'm not dissing. Shout out to all the construction workers out there. But no, like it's most people don't practice for that. You ain't. That's why we have that here, because being, as you said, a guy is a thing. That's why we say it now as a culture, like he's a guy or whatever the fuck that means. Like, like.
I like this perspective because I used to argue with a lot of people that, Kawhi brought us a championship. Kawhi is a superstar. But I don't think Kawhi would have delivered the championship without the role players around him.
Of course not.
Right? And those guys that don't get credit, like you're saying, or they're not in the limelight, they're still having phenomenal careers. He still won a chip.
Yeah.
Somebody like Marc Gasol, okay, he had his time. He still won a chip, bro.
Yeah, he has, but everyone has a job to do.
Right? And that's the thing. Playing their roles. I think that's what is mistaken here. We're not teaching these young kids, play your role. You all want to be Steph Curry. You all want to be Michael Jordan. And you're right. That's all they talk about.
Because
They're
that's all
not
they
talking
practice.
about the other players.
That's, like if I think if people, for example, if I have a kid, a son, daughter, whatever, the last person I want them to be watching, if I'm teaching them fundamental skills, is an NBA superstar, because they have the combination of hard work and just God-given talent. You watch a Bogdan Bogdanovic or something, like watch a player that has a role on a team and has a very specific skill. European players, they don't really have the cultural pressure of trying to be a guy, whatever. Like I said, whatever that means. Like they don't have that. So it's a lot easier to build a well-rounded player instead of trying to find someone. I don't blame the kids for wanting to be Steph Curry. Look at bro. Steph's amazing, but like Steph's one of one. Someone else is gonna follow suit though, because they watched him.
You see it. You see like small, like similar builds of him, like Trae Young's
Trae Young ain't even the same breath, but yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like you're seeing players who are coming who have a similar game to Steph.
Melo's gonna be close to him.
Yeah,
I think he's just one of one, bro.
Trae similar. Trae has a similar game.
He does, and I would argue Trae has the reason why again they're not in the same breath is just because Steph has,
that's fine, but
unanimous MVP.
You can't talk me out of like
skill set. Yeah, he's 100% right. Like I would argue Trae Young's floater is better than Steph's at the same age. Trae Young is a very, very good player. Scoring,
amazing. Probably 25, 26. He's the same age as Luka, no?
Yeah, could be. Yeah, well, that's cool. I think he's 26, 27 now.
Oh, so he isn't even. He's just hitting.
He's good, man, and like
he's really good.
Assists. Do you think that team is gonna be okay?
I have no idea. Which team?
He's
Atlanta. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
26. He's 26.
Yeah, bro, he's young. He's young.
Still got time. Wow.
A lot of time. He's good, man. He's still young, literally. No pun intended. Hard to say. I think he got a lot of potential, but I mean, those players are one of one. So you got to find guys that you want to emulate that are not like that. Like I would have them watch players in Europe. If I was teaching young kids.
Would Manu be one of those guys?
There's so many players, man. Like Milos Teodosic just retired yesterday. He might be one of the best passers to ever touch a basketball. And he played in the NBA. He played for the Clippers for a little while.
Yeah.
But didn't like the NBA game. Went back to Europe. So Serbian dude.
You're right about some of the players that don't get the limelight. Like someone I've been like really admiring lately is Ty Jerome.
Yeah, man. Cleveland.
He's very crafty.
Very good backup point guard.
Yeah, and just the way he gets, he just does so many fakes. Like the defender has no idea what he's doing.
But that's a skill.
Yeah.
And that's been developed over years, man. Yeah, man. Shout out Ty Jerome. But it's just, bro, it's just like having a restaurant or anything like that. Like the people, like when you walk into a place like this, the people at the front, they get all the love. But it's people in the back that are doing all the work, which is why it's like even in our society, everyone wants to be a boss, an entrepreneur, and say that they own a business, and that's great. I'm happy for you, but without the construction workers, without the garbage people, without the people that you hire to work in that place, you are not a boss. If this whole planet all is bosses, who's doing the work?
And I think we need to normalize that.
And not only that, we need to reward it more. Those jobs need to be like higher respected paid and respected more because you can't have your nail salon business and whatever without someone building the shit.
Yeah.
You can't have a house without someone building it. It's just a drawing on paper. Yeah. Someone has to do the manual labor.
And you gotta go call Luca and his boys to build your.
Shout out Luca, man. No, but I'm saying like that mentality of like the boss and having that, and like technically on my pod team, like I'm the boss, but no one gets treated. Everyone's opinion matters. Like, in fact, I'm probably I'd say the least. Everyone else, I want to hear from everyone else.
Yeah.
It's not about being the guy. It's about having everyone feel and think that they are, because
Yeah.
that's what you want to create. You know, I think that's most important. So if I'm gonna teach young kids anything, it would be that, is that, you know, making sure you have that type of mentality, because I don't want to be in a position, and I'm sure you don't either, where I own a business across the street, but there's no one coming to collect all the shit that's in the toilet. There's no plumbers.
Yeah.
you know.
There's nobody doing the work.
There's no one doing the work. Like who who cares then if I'm a boss? What do I own if there's no one doing the work?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I think even like handyman, electricians, plumbers, things like that, they need to be more praised in a way, because they still matter, right?
And I'm honestly, I'm sure they don't want to be. Those people are fine without having spotlight, and I'm not saying
And it's
they
not
need
even
it.
the spotlight.
Just
it's
paid more.
Yeah,
You know, that would be
paid
the
more.
best.
And
Yeah.
obviously, when I say praise in society, is like telling your kids, like, yo, it's okay to be that.
Yes.
It's
yes.
not a bad thing if you're that.
No.
I know everybody wants, like you said, they want to be the doctor, the
Of
lawyer.
course.
Cool, but
Well, I don't even think doctor and lawyer anymore. I think just owner. Everyone just wants to own
they
it.
wanna be, yeah,
you know, have their own
entrepreneurs.
life and
Yeah.
own
I
everything.
think that's when we were growing up. I think that's a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
shift.
which
Like,
is crazy, because as an entrepreneur, bro, you're working 7 days every fucking day.
Yeah, but no one
You-
wants to talk about that.
Yeah.
people
But
are
you
just
think-
infatuated by the title and the
Yeah,
lifestyle.
of course.
But that lifestyle is tough. For you to maintain that is tough.
Well, I think that word right there is the most important. It's not about what you have; it's what you can maintain.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's the problem. I think a lot of people don't see the stress that puts on someone's head, or maybe someone who's doing that. I find that it might be hard to stay physically healthy. Like when you're working you might have a business that might be successful. The money's rolling in.
It's hard to stay healthy in our
Yeah,
society.
bro, it's
bro.
tough,
Yeah.
bro. In this society with everything.
I almost got a junior chicken on the way in here, bro.
I feel that.
No, I'm joking.
No, you're not. I know you're not. It's okay, bro.
Nah, I'm playing.
Probably in the car right now.
No. I would never.
I want to talk a little bit about your pod.
No, sick.
I want to tell our fans your pod. What is it about? What where did it come from? The name. You only die twice.
You only
I
die
think
twice,
I think
man.
it's funny.
Pre-
I think it's funny.
Why?
Because nobody ever says you only die twice. Everybody's like YOLO.
Oh yeah. Well,
Where's the second time you die?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
that's good. I was like, bro, man's dissing my
No,
dissing
no.
my podcast. That's a funny
I'm
name,
genuinely
bro.
curious.
Yeah,
Like, I actually like it.
No, I appreciate it. No, so where it comes from, I'm a big James Bond fan, and he
Okay.
has a movie, You Only Live Twice,
Okay.
and the name comes from athletes having 2 deaths. So the first time I died was when I stopped playing basketball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die again in real life. You know, I don't plan on being here forever. So
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think you want to.
okay, facts.
If you
So-
do, you're weird.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So that's the second death.
Yeah.
So it's just a play on words to talk about how
I like that. That's creative.
Very creative.
anyone who has a creative path or and I see it all the time, like music, acting, many people people who are in LA who are trying to become actors and they don't make it, right? Or they don't get to the level that we're all aspiring because we're all trying to be the guy. You know, everyone wants to be Denzel. You don't want to be any sort of background
When
actor.
you could have actually, not even a backer, you could have been a script writer, or you could have been anything
else, right?
back roll, and you could have been great at it.
That's right.
And still get money.
That's
good
right.
money.
So what the podcast is about is essentially when I started broadcasting, and I think people who start to see me a bit more on TV, they kind of thought, well, I got it figured out. Like, I landed a job on TV a little bit. You
Yeah.
see me every now. I'm on different TV
He's a
shows.
superstar now.
Well,
Yeah.
definitely not that, but I'm
You're
doing
in Hollywood, but okay. I've seen
Hey,
you.
you're in the
not-
industry. You're in the,
Okay.
Big
Listen,
yourself
I've
up.
seen you outside. But go
Big
ahead.
yourself up.
Yo, don't lie to me. I've seen you
I have
outside.
facts.
You can lie to them.
Okay.
I've seen you outside.
Oh my god.
You can go ahead.
Yeah, no, he's not wrong. He's
Okay.
not wrong. He's not wrong. We're gonna keep it a buck. We're keeping it a buck. It's
Yeah.
true. So you start to do more, and people start to associate a bit more success with you. And I had a lot of
Imposter syndrome.
no, I would say like internal anguish, where I was still like I I was still mourning the loss of the person that I
Used to be.
and that
you worked hard.
and that I was trying to
Yeah.
be. You know,
Yeah.
I wanted to be this athlete that made millions. You know, I wanted to retire my parents, and I didn't do that. So that was hard for me to accept. You know what I mean? And just accept that that's not the path for me.
Yeah.
I can't do it that way.
Yeah.
But that's the only way I saw. So the more and more I talked to people, they were asking me, "Yo, like, how was your transition? How was your transition?" And I'm like, oh, "This is interesting." Like, so then I started to Google it. I'm like, "Well, athlete transition. How do you go from one thing to the other?"
Yeah.
It's not there. If I want to Google,
Yeah, it's not really spoken about. so
bro,
much.
ever. Like, if I want to talk about how to become a vegan tomorrow, excuse me, there'll be 600 things about how. My bad. There'll be 600 things.
okay, be
Yeah,
yourself, don't
I forgot I was on the camera.
It's okay. Be yourself.
Yeah,
You're good.
bro.
You can edit.
Okay, I was like, it was 600 things that are gonna appear on, you know, how to become a vegan or
Yeah.
how to become a chef or how to whatever job you want to have. But like, I spent 15 years dedicating my life. Like, everything I thought about was for basketball. So my diet, my sleep, women, whatever,
Yeah.
everything is centered
Even how you
around-
go out,
Yeah,
like-
exactly. You know, yo, Thursday night, yeah, I can't go out with you guys. I can only go out Saturdays because I got practice in the morning. You know, so now that stops. Now I have more time. I had a little bit of money, so even when I stopped playing, I come back home. My dad, I'm in my parents' basement at the time. So my mom, my dad, my two sisters, they're all going to work. I'm at home.
You're just sitting home.
And it's like, I see people, they're like, you know, I'm going to start a business or I'm going to become an investor. Okay, well, if you're an investor is compound interest. So that's money in over time spent. What are you going to do in between that time when you're investing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you still need to do something. You need to have purpose. So I felt purposeless. You know what I'm saying? It's essentially, I didn't have anything that like woke me up out of my bed in the morning to go and do something. All I'm doing is spending money because I'm trying to fill the void of, you know,
and it's not satisfying you.
no. So, as you said a little while ago, everyone's trying to be Steph Curry and Michael Jordan. Those people are one of one. The podcast is mostly just talking about there are more people like me who are going to be in my shoes, who at one point, bro, I thought I failed. You know, I literally thought that. I thought I was a failure. Like, I didn't succeed in the level that I wanted to attain. And I have to watch my peers who, some of them might be better, probably most of them weren't. They had to, or they got to do that. Why? You know, why not me? This was my dream. I didn't get to achieve. I didn't make all the money I wanted to make. So I felt unsuccessful. So the podcast explores what people do or what they, and the path they've taken to go from where they were to where they are.
You're right.
You know, so whether you're a musician and like it's for athletes, but we're now upcoming season, we're gonna talk to artists and
You got to get John Kabongo on that.
for sure, anyone really, just people in life who have cool stories. Like we're gonna film a very interesting story about a guy who's now gonna become a doctor. I can't say too much, but like he started off as a fighter, jiu-jitsu fighter, and now he's on his way to become a doctor. Like, to me, that's interesting. How do you go from this to that? Because
It's a whole different world.
but it's more relatable. Our generation is probably going to have more than one career or multiple careers in order
Right.
to make ends meet, right?
Right.
Or in order to get ahead.
And it's normal.
And it's normal.
Yeah.
Like, look at all the things you're doing, bro. I see you at the security. You
Yeah.
know, you're in music. You're
Yeah.
doing multiple things. I don't know you all that well, but I'm sure you're doing I'm sure you are too. It's like
Yeah.
Everyone has. Yeah.
everyone has multiple things that they're doing. They say you need 7 streams of income, so everyone's doing that. But no one talks about the story or the process of how you got there. So I just don't want anyone to see, not even me. The podcast is more than just about me, but it's mostly just like I want to share how people have gotten from where they were to where they are, and that to me is important because someone else again can learn from that.
And bigger than the athlete, anyone can relate to, hey, I wanted to be a doctor my whole life. I wanted to be a lawyer my whole life, and I didn't pass the exams.
I didn't get into
and I
that.
got kicked out.
That's right.
And now what?
And now what?
And now I feel the same thing as you now, where that was my plan A that didn't work, and I have to cope with
That's right.
my plan.
And at the same
plan
time,
B.
know that no one feels sorry for me.
Exactly.
And I have to go and do something else, which we're not looking for sympathy. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't expect
Yeah.
that from I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? All we're trying to do and say is that we are showcasing that, hey, this is what this person did. Like, we had Danny Green on there, and I asked him, like, bro, you're worth close to $100 million. Did the money matter when you stopped playing? It didn't.
No.
It didn't. He needs something. You need purpose.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
we want to tell that story where
And it's okay. You want to show the world that it's okay.
It's okay.
Like you can still change and do something.
Well, you're gonna
with
have
a purpose.
to.
Yeah.
You're gonna have.
Yeah.
No matter what
You
it
have
is.
but
Yeah.
you can find a purpose that
yeah.
actually is meant for you.
That's right.
That you
That's right.
can impact the world and like you said, take your parents out of retire
Whatever,
them.
yeah,
it is.
whatever it is you want to do, you
Yeah.
just got to be willing to find another way to do it if that's not for you. And like, I think, more than anything, I enjoy telling that story. I enjoy telling the stories of the athletes. And so far, we've had so many people reach out, or we've been able to get different guests on that all have interesting stories, like Alicia Newman, and she's a pole vaulter. Like, when Olympians are done with their sport, who gives a fuck about Olympians?
Yo, I was thinking that not too long ago. Like what do they do after?
What does a shot putter do when they're
'Cause
done?
they're only playing every
4 years for 10 minutes
and
of
then,
fame
Yeah, and then you're training
for 4
obviously,
more years.
But you only have two, like
2 or 3 maybe.
if you're really great, you're gonna go to 3. But most of them are going to averages 2 Olympics that you're doing.
Yeah.
And then maybe a couple competitions in between.
Maybe.
And you're not even really getting paid like that for a lot of these.
That's what I was saying. The government
categories.
gave her $21,000 a year to compete.
Yeah,
That
a
doesn't
lot of these people are making 40 or 60K.
less.
Yeah.
Less. But I'm
Like-
saying, like, what all the years of dedication to become a gymnast, to become a pole vaulter, a shot putter, a soccer player, basketball player, volleyball at a professional level, a fighter. What do they do when they're done? That is ultimately what the pod is about. I'm so fascinated with that, and knowing how those people have found a new purpose in their life, and even if they are completely happy with what they're doing, I just want to know how they've gotten to that point. You know,
it's interesting for me because sometimes I look at it and it's almost like the world is almost set up in a way where like if you compete for a sport or something like that as an adult, it's almost like you're delusional.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything is set. Like when I play in my men's league, I'm turning 30. A couple weeks. I feel weird.
Dang, you
What?
30?
Yeah.
I feel old now.
You know what I
How old are you,
mean?
I'm 33.
Oh, come on, bro.
I know.
Why you say it so quietly like that?
I'm old now.
Nigga, I'm 35.
You look younger than both of us.
Bro, I'm about to be 36 in November.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, fam.
I did not. I thought you were probably around my age. I
Oh,
would guess.
bro, that's 2 years.
Yeah. Hey, you still old. I can still call you Unc.
I am Monk, bro. I am 100%.
Congrats.
Yeah, I am Monk for sure.
No, but I just feel like it was like a game we played at recess, and now we
Matt, we could take that a step further. I think the most delusional thing for me was I think the number I said it not too long ago is like maybe let's just call it 4,500.
Yeah.
There's been 4,500 people on the planet ever in human history to touch an NBA floor. Less than 4,500 people. 4,500 people.
And this game has been going on since
The NBA is established since like the 70s, let's say
60s?
60s, 70s. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Or maybe even earlier than that. Who knows?
Yeah.
I should probably know that, but it doesn't matter. Bro, my dumb ass thought I was going to be one of them. Like, yo, that's not hilarious. That's me too. Bro, like what? 4,500. There's 8 billion of us. And I was like, I'm going there.
But you worked hard for that though.
And I came pretty close.
And that's what
You know
I'm
what I
saying.
mean?
It's
But like,
you
still,
didn't give up on that.
the laugh he had is like when you really think about it. Bro, those kids are like, yo, I'm gonna be Messi. What? You nigga, what? What, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the next Jordan.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm
Like,
gonna fly from the 3-point next.
but like you do at the same time, it's funny, but there's also beauty in that because someone's gonna say it,
Yeah.
and they'll do it.
And I think you said delusion. I think for you to be great, you do need to be.
You be delusional. Yes,
Yeah.
you
And I
have
had
to
that
believe.
conversation with one of my mentors too. And he's like, "You think the greats are not delusional?
They're all
They're
delusional.
all delusional,
Bro, there's
That's why
someone.
they all say I'm the best."
There's someone out there who said, I'm gonna fly one day without being in a plane. I'm gonna jump off a roof. I'm gonna fly. Bro, hats off to you, big dog. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna be me,
It's not
though.
gonna be me. But hats off to you, Big Derek. Bro, like I was delusional to think that I could broadcast. Bro, I had a stutter growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm delusional to think that I'm gonna start this podcast and we're gonna grow our following. We're gonna get brand deals. We're gonna, I want this to be the biggest thing. Like I enjoy doing it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's delusion. It's delusional for me to think I'm gonna work in tech. I have a tech job. I
Same.
You know
Oh my
what I'm saying?
god.
Like it is.
You're actually my twin.
It's all delusion.
Yeah.
But it's that's okay. There's beauty in it, and there's also when you break it down, it's hilarious for me to think.
There's some harsh realities.
That's right.
that we
And the
go
people that do get through the cracks, they have the same delusion. It just worked out in their favor for whatever reason.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And like I hate the fact that I meet a lot of people like, and I'm not saying no names, but like you see their social media. They're back in the day they're always posting. Now they don't post, but they're watching all the stories. They don't post no more. It's probably because they feel inadequate.
Yeah.
They don't have anything that makes them the guy anymore. They can't post their highlight basketball reels anymore. They used to play back in the day, and now they're gonna be talking about, back in my day I was doing this, doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
What are you doing now, though?
Adapt.
Yeah.
Adapt and do
Yeah.
something else, and be proud of that, and put something else out there. And like, there's a blueprint to do that, and we want to tell that story because you need a little bit of delusion. Even this, you guys said, we're gonna start a podcast, we're gonna put it out there.
Bro, we started this. We were talking about this in 2018. He just bought a MacBook because he was still in school.
There you go.
And I was living downtown by Ryerson or whatever the new name is. And he brought the laptop. We were drinking. We had a drink and we were smoking. And he opened it and our first, you remember it was like, we were just talking basketball at the time too. A little basketball and some music. And then we took a break. We literally recorded one, I don't even think it was an hour. And it was on his first computer ever. Or his first Mac. Because that was your first Mac you had got. 2 years went by. 2 years? No. That was 2018, 19, 20. So 3 years went by. 2021, he calls me. He's like, yo, bro, I'm starting it. I want you to be my first guest. I said, bet. And we were talking about the Grammys. After that recording, me and him looked at each other. We're like, yeah, we're doing this. And we started on a MacBook. We have probably like, I don't even know. You probably know more than me, but we have probably like close to 30, 40 episodes on just a MacBook, bro.
We probably have like 80 episodes in total, something like that.
Before even getting a cameraman. And then we had a cameraman for a couple episodes, and God bless his soul. And then we found this gem. Shout out Shot by Ben.
Shut up, Ben, one time.
And then once we found him, and it's like, now this is season 2.
There you go.
Right? But we were delusional to even start this.
Same, bro.
We didn't even think this far.
I have a team of 9 people that work on mine, so yeah, and I'm blessed. I just found people that believed in, shout out everybody: Ellis, Rachel, Claire, Ray, Steph. Oh my God, Tristan. Tristan's our camera guy, so big shout out to T Ross. But yeah, it is delusion, but at the same time, it's delusion with a purpose. And I'm at a point now where, like, before when I was doing this, bro, I used to care who was watching on the other side of the camera. I don't give a fuck.
I think
I don't care, bro.
It just comes from being vulnerable in the beginning. Yeah. You don't know how to act. This is like something new to you. Yeah. You want the people who you think are closest to you to support you. That's just kind of the intention.
And you want people to like you.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
We pretend like we
seek
don't,
validation.
but we seek validation. So I guess when you get to a point where you don't care,
because we want to be the guys.
That's right. I think I really do, bro. I think it comes back to that. But when you don't care, and like I said, I think our mission is we are trying to spread that like auditory impact and talk about something that is relatable to everybody. Mm-hmm. Even your story, like you guys have, like you do multiple things. That's all interesting of how you do all that, how you blend it together. Like that's something I think that's worth telling, because that's more relatable to as we talk about the average person than it is to someone who's a superstar. Yeah. Even though our society, we just focus on those people, and that's great. They deserve that.
And the reality is, we have a lot more average people than superstars.
Thank you.
And I'm not even.
And that's
but that is a reality.
But our society has told everyone you're a superstar.
Yeah.
You should act like one. You know, you're a superstar. You're a superstar.
That's our culture.
The main character syndrome.
That's our culture.
Bro, everyone's a VIP. And you would know this more than anybody.
Bro, but I don't want to have a crash out right now.
You know,
I don't want to have a crash out. I literally had an incident. It wasn't with me, but it was next door.
Even me, I pulled up the other.
Yeah, you know who I am? No, I don't. I honestly don't. I don't know who you are.
Edit that off camera, please.
He said, you know who I am? I'm like, no, I don't, bro. He's like, well, I'm coming in. I'm like, not right now. I'll tell you that much. And then someone came and got you.
Oh, man.
It was I think it's Shelby. Shout out Shelby. I think it was Shelby or Andrea. One of them two.
Shout out both of them.
Yeah, shout out Andrea. We just dropped the episode with Andrea.
Yeah, well, shit. Never doing that again.
Yeah. No, but I don't think he ever came with disrespect. But it's funny, there's this artist, and I'm not mentioning names. She came through. I mean, she's dope in the city. You know, she got her Juno, cool. She did her thing. But she came with but there's easy 30 people with her. And you came around 12:30.
So right when it's popping.
You know, and at this point, I
Capacity
already
limits.
know what's going on at the club because I work beside them. So I already preed the whole thing. And they had got cops the night before because of some noise complaint, right? Shut down the party. So now they're thinking, yo, what if AGCO comes? Those are the bylaw for liquor and numbers and things like that. I'm not trying to risk my license or a thing. You're coming deep with 30 people at 12:30, almost 1, trying to get in and talking about, oh, how would you deal with if it was Rihanna or Drake? And when one of her people said that, I was like, I literally laughed out loud. I'm like, what? First of all, Rihanna and Drake are not popping out at 12:30, 1 with 30 people. It's not happening, right? And if it is happening, it's not happening like that. They go from the back. You're not to that level.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You know what I'm saying? You're not Rihanna or Drake because you coming to my club is not going to bring me thousands of dollars where I can pay you. You coming to my club, you're coming to support a DJ friend.
Probably costs you money to
100% because now I have to give at least half of you free cover.
At least, bro, all of them. It's 30 people. She's going to probably expect that. I know you won't.
I mean, I don't know what happened on the inside. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would not. I would tell the promoter, yo, that's coming out of your pocket.
Yeah, facts.
Because I'm not doing that, right? But I heard that and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
That's crazy.
You name dropped Rihanna and Drake. I'm sorry. The artist is not there yet. I don't know. But you're not there.
Yeah.
And why are you moving like you're sick? Why are you allowing your people to move like that? Because now your reputation looks bad.
Well, it's
Now I see you at a different party. I'm like, guys, I don't know if we want to deal with this. Right? So, I don't know. I hate the VIP treatment in the city. Everybody literally thinks of Drake. Everybody.
Hey, man. We're all a guy.
It's crazy.
That's the theme of this episode.
I think
it's
this episode, the guy.
being a guy.
They all think they're the guy.
We're a guy.
And it's like, shut up, bro. Just be the guy in the back.
Just go on Eglinton, fam. I'm trying to tell you.
You could be a guy there.
You'll be a guy there.
And they make good money, you know.
100% they do.
They
So I'm
have
saying.
cottages up north.
Bro,
and
I'm
chill.
telling you, boats and
Yeah,
stuff, bro.
bro.
Yeah, I'm telling
They're
you.
chilling.
But
They
everyone.
found a housewife. They're good.
Hey, man. Hey, that's a touchy subject.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
let's change it. I mean, I do want to end the episode on a little positive note, but also, you know, we always like to ask our guests, in this world, in this time, there's so much going on. You know, how is your mental health? How is everything? You know, you're talking about I'm adapting to a new thing. You know, obviously it's been since 2018.
Yeah.
It's been some time, but I'm sure the first 3 years were a little tough for you to adapt, to get into where you are. Where are you at now? How are you feeling now, mentally, everything?
That's a good question. I would say, even though that happened a long time ago, and like I'm not in the same space.
Yeah.
I think every day is a journey and a mission for me, bro. Every day. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna be at a point where I'm perfectly content and happy with where I'm at and you know the way I am.
I think that's human.
Yeah,
We always want more.
I'm always trying to improve myself. I'm always trying to improve. So I'm not really satisfied with
Excuse me.
with anything, you know.
Sorry, I'm gonna pause you for a sec. What is it about us? Like, you dream of something,
Yeah.
you work hard towards it 6-8 months, and then you get it, and then 2 months later, that shit ain't shit.
I think
Our
it's
appetite
for more. Yeah.
is crazy.
I don't know where that comes from, but I've always wanted to. Maybe I should say, David Goggins.
Yeah.
When he says when he dies, he wants to meet his maker, and his maker say, "Damn, you surprised me. I didn't think you could do all that." I kind of want to have a bit of that, where it's like maybe not meet my maker, but I just want to, when I'm on my deathbed or when I'm, if my life flashes before my eyes, I want to think about all the things that I did and tried to do, because that's really all I'm doing, just trying to do things. I want to be happy with that. I don't want to look back and be like, damn, why didn't I do this? Or maybe I should have tried that, or I want to just give everything. It get like empty the tank, just like Kobe, empty the tank. That's what I'm here to do. So my mental health is, I don't complain much about my situation and my stuff. It's not like I don't want anyone to ever think, and this, like not every day is great.
No.
I don't want to ever make it seem like it is. I definitely have my my darker days, but there's just something in me that keeps going. Like I'll never not try to be a better version, try to be a better person, better friend. I'm always trying to improve that. So that's what I try and focus on in my.
I see your wristband says continual growth.
That's right. Me and all my homies wear this. So
That's tough.
We're all trying to do that. And just continually grow and start internally. So I live in North America. I'm blessed. I have no control over that. My parents decided to do that here, so I just don't complain.
I say that every day, man. I wake up every day and I'm like, thank God. And not in religious way. I just say thank God that I'm I'm here. I'm good. I got a roof.
Hey,
You're
healthy.
I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I got my parents.
Yeah.
I live in North America, like you said. There's places across the world that you can't live in, and if you live in, you could die tomorrow.
That's right.
Somebody else could die tomorrow.
Political problems,
right? Whatever
war.
it is. There's so much, but it's like, and there's places that just have diseases and things like that, or whatever the case may be. So we gotta be thankful. I think with us, we come from this microwave generation, which I've heard a long time ago, is that we want everything quick. So because we're able to get it quick, or we seem that we got it quick, it's on to the next. I work hard for 6 months, I get it, I'm on to the next. And it's like, well, what can you do in the next 6 months after that? I was having a conversation with an older gentleman, and he said, it's really about the impact that you leave to the next generation. And it reminded me, I'm a little bit of an anime head, and it reminded me of just one, whereas Naruto is one of the biggest, I would assume. And in Naruto, there's a scene where there's this guy who's supposed to be the smartest guy in the village. Shikamaru, I believe his name. He's playing checkers. With his dad. Yeah. What's the game? Yeah. So he's playing, and it's I believe it's a Japanese game, right? And his dad keeps asking him, like, who's the king? Like, who's the main piece? Who's the king? And his answer kept saying, as the Hokage, as that's the president or the leader of the village. And he kept saying, no, like, think about it deeper. At the end of it, his dad goes, the king is actually the new generation. It's the people that are coming after you. Whatever you do right now, you have to think about the people that are coming after you, because that's the impact that you're going to have on this world. If you do this for yourself right now, cool, you might get this happiness. And I have an issue with happiness. I do want to wrap up because I know you got to go as well. It's like you have to think about that more than you're thinking about your own happiness, because you can be happy today, and in 3 hours, something can happen and your happiness level goes down. So why are you so focused on that dopamine of happiness right then and there?
So when someone asks you, like, how are you? You should either tell them exactly how you're doing or say, I'm good for now.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen in 3 hours, like you said.
You actually don't. Yeah, I'm good right now.
I'm good for now.
Yeah, I'm blessed right now. Thank you. How are you doing? Because you don't. You really don't. Something, God forbid, anything can happen, and that dopamine of happiness level is going to go down, but yet we chase it constantly every day. Every year we're sitting here like, I want to be happy. And it's like, What is happiness? You don't even know what. If I ask you what is happiness to you, you can't even explain it to me. You say, oh, chilling with my friends. Cool, bro. You can chill with your friends in a different way that is not happiness. If you're at somebody's funeral, God forbid, you're chilling with your friends. Is that happiness to you? No. So what is happiness? You can't explain it.
It's subject to everyone.
Exactly.
Everyone has their own definition.
So you can't really keep chasing it. And this is why I always say, what is the impact that you want to leave? When I work with artists, cool. What is the impact that you want to leave on the world? Right? What do you want to do for the world? That's why I look at LeBron, and I'm sure there's little scandals on the other side. I don't really know. I don't care. But I look at LeBron, I'm like, yo, his impact is beyond the game.
Oh, of course.
Right? It's not just about basketball for him.
No.
It's actually about everything else that he's
Being
doing.
a good role model. He taught the new generation how to act off the court.
Exactly.
Some of them still don't listen.
And they never
Some of
had
them still
examples.
And how to be a father figure, bro.
Yeah,
The
they
way
never
he
had
talks to his
examples.
kids, bro.
He's
He's
militant.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a father, bro.
Militant. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, he didn't have a father in his
Growing
life.
up, yeah.
And he spoke about that. And he sat there and he said, yo, I'm going to become a better father, a better role model, not just for my kids, for kids that look up to me.
You gave the blueprint.
You see what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what's more important, is that if you do something with impact for the next generation, for people that come after you, this place would be a better place. But if you're going to keep complaining about right now, you're never going to change anything, and you're going to be miserable. You're going to stay miserable.
Fact.
No, I
That's all
appreciate you,
that's all I
man.
gotta
Thank
say.
you
But
so
yo,
much for
thank you
coming on, bro.
man.
Oh
Honestly,
man, no, for
I
sure.
appreciate you.
It's the least
It's
I
a
could
very
do after
memorable episode.
After you
I asked you if you know who I am.